There it is. Hello everyone, I am FFXIV welcoming you to a new Final Fantasy XIV Online. As you can see, I recently logged in and we are ready to take on MSQ again. I am ready. I am absolutely ready to get on with it. To keep it moving. Keep leveling, keep moving on with the MSQ. And of course, with all the new quests that come now that we're going to be starting all the patches of Shadowbringers. Last time, we finished Shadowbringers, the main story at the very least. Today, we're starting the patches that will connect Shadowbringers to Endwalker. And of course, that is exactly a restart. Crystarium Weapon Coffer for item level 500, Shake and Resolve. Let's go.
Gulen, gods, it's good to see you. I hope you being here means you've had your fill of rest.
Not so much as 40 wings, truth be told. No, more than my fill, to be honest.
Well, you've certainly earned it. Not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's alright. We've been exchanging messages with the Ozin Alliance throughout though. They say the fighting has finally stopped at the Gimlet Dock, and that the Empire has shown no sign of movement. Which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First. Yeah? Great. Oh, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Falamin to join us. She wants to know what happened to Minfilia, and I think it's best she hears it from you. We'll meet you on the terrace in the House of Splendors.
Alrighty then. To the House of Splendors we go. I'm not sure I'm ready to tell Falamin what happened to Minfilia, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I grabbed my dogs before. No, my hand smells completely like dog. And now my nose feels stuffy because of that. Alrighty then. Hello, Falamin. Oh. Okay then.
Gulen, it has been too long. The Tatara did mention I would be joining you, did she not?
Yes, she did.
Thank you. Words cannot well express how I have longed to know more of the First. This world Minfilia has sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. Tatara should be arriving shortly.
You are indeed first, technically speaking, Espresso. You're the first in this chat. Hi and welcome.
And so, Minfilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next Oracle, this girl with uncle named Rin. To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Gulen, might I ask a favor of you when next you return to the First? To tell Rin what I cannot. To tell her, thank you. And I would offer thanks to you as well, for staying with her to the end.
Beg your pardon, but could I have a word? Hi. How are you doing?
Riol, I hope you're here to tell me you've received word from our helper.
I wish, nah. I have not had a peep out of them, and it's been a good long while now. Too bloody long. On account of which, I'm going to sneak over the border and see if I can get a signal to them from closer up.
But why have they catch you? There must be another way.
Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I shouldn't have no trouble picking me way through Gimlet now, the fit inside down. Got to know there's enough shadows hiding. And it beats waiting round here twiddling my thumbs. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know. Now, I best be... I nearly forgot. Crowds at the stones and she wants a word. Something to do with the patients. She was getting ready to examine them again when I left.
get back then. I'm sure it's important. Bye, Philomen.
Alrighty then.
Hey, congrats on the haircut! And on the feeling good. That's nice to know, Espresso. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Hello, where's Kryl? Is everything okay, Tataru? It seems she's still examining them. Oh, I do hope it's nothing bad.
I do hope so too. Hi there, Kryl.
You're here. Good.
Yes, I am. How's everyone faring? On this side, I mean.
So, how are they? Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health.
Okay.
For the present, at least.
What do you mean for the present?
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be.
No!
I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected.
No!
And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed.
Oh, come on.
Plainly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Yushtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Yeah.
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time.
Right.
Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
Yikes. Thancred's been there for 5 years, right?
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
Stola for 3 and the
cannot say
twins
for
for
certain.
1.
This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good.
Yeah.
Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening.
Thank you, Kryl.
Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
Right. No rest for the righteous, eh?
I realize you've only just returned from saving 2 worlds, but time is not on our side.
I totally understand. Thank you, Kryl.
Where's he even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they've run out of places to look.
Probably back in the first?
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct?
Yes.
Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along.
Oh no.
His plan might well have worked, but I for one am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through.
Yeah.
Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer.
That's what we all said, honestly.
There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch.
Alright.
Pray return to the first and apprise him and the others of the situation.
Alright, will do.
We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Alright then, thank you. Will do, will do. So it's back to the first with us, huh? No rest for the wicked. No rest for the righteous. Alright then. Back to the Crystarium. Actually, you know what? I've been stuck at 155 for a long time. Yes, we're gonna waive the fee. Alright, you know what? I actually cannot take it because I'm drinking water and I'm just getting dog all over my face. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'll be right back. By the way, thank you for lurking, Espresso. I did read you. There we go. Oh. Took the time, went for it. Hi, hello, who are you? In the middle of nowhere. Hey yo, what's up, Espresso? Aspiring Skywatcher, by the time you hear this. Minstrel from another mother. Oh, hello? I mean, I hadn't really gotten any of this by the time you hear this. Say, excuse me, a word if you would be so kind. We of the Crystarium Guard have a request to make of you. Our researchers are planning to enter the Crystal Tower to learn more of its history. However, there is a problem. Now, what I am about to reveal is strictly confidential. Were word to get out, panic would spread throughout the citizenry. Our scouts have reported that ferocious beasts and bizarre machines roam the hallways. Until we can eliminate these threats, none may enter. Strange ethereal readings have also been detected, and we suspect that the phenomena are linked. The Exarch has ordered us to seek your aid in making the tower safe for our researchers to go about their work. He mentioned that you are better equipped than most to face the dangers that lurk in the tower, though he elected not to go into detail. Is this true? Oh yeah, I can definitely do that. Then your prior experience may prove beneficial. Come, let us proceed to the entrance. Alright, Bethana. But, before I do that... a minstreling wanderer. Not a wandering minstrel. Wait. Aren't you... Dude, really? Yes, I thought so. Golden Pepper, correct? You've been keeping very busy if all the rumors are to be believed. Why are you staring at me like that with such intensity? Pray tell, have I said something to offend you? You can cross the rift. You of all people. Judging by your cryptic comments, I gather I bear a resemblance to someone you know. But I can assure you that we have never met before, you and I.
Don't believe me? Then let's be friends. The more you learn about me, the more you will come to realize how different I am from this other me. I'm a wanderer by trade, but a minstrel at heart. A keeper of tales, a singer of songs, a preserver of forgotten truths. Yet in defiance of my itinerant nature, I have elected to remain here for a time and compose new works. You being a traveling sinner, I'm sure you've seen your share of adventures. Such stories often serve as the best sort of inspiration. Perhaps I could persuade you to regale me with one or two. Well then. As a sinner of the world, you must surely have all manner of exciting experiences to share. I pray you regale me with your finest, that it may inspire me to write a song that shall echo in eternity. You're tired but also bored and want to play? Why do you even play anymore, Espresso? You told me last time that you hadn't really played Sky in a long time. Let's talk about Titania. Titania. Oh, just Roblox? That's okay. That's a lot of variety then. The most esteemed of all faithful, the venerated ruler of the pixies and the kingdom of rainbows. What tragedy for Titania to go forth in defense of their subjects, only to be corrupted and transformed into that which they fought to defeat. A might monarch, once beloved, then feared, and finally set free. There it is done, and you shall be the first to hear it performed. Here we go. Ready for a song? 'Cause I'm not. For love of the fell folk the king fought light and fell. Pure spirit corrupted enthralled to light's spell. For treasures that lead him unto the castle door, for treasures that free the king from torment evermore. Like I said, I was not ready for a song. I can only imagine the horror that must have gripped Titania in the moments before the transformation was complete, knowing that the very people you had sworn to protect would soon suffer and die by your hand. It is an all too familiar tale to those of us who have struggled to survive in the wake of the flood. We can but hope that the night's return is comfort to their soul, should some aspect of it endure. With the passing of the light, the Fae now dance beneath the starlit skies, where before they mourned, they now rejoice. You make this possible, my friend. I look forward to hearing more of your adventures. That is also nice. House MD is also good. You're all over the place right now, Espresso. I have another tale for you about innocence. Remember innocence? You have a tale for me, my friend? Here it is. The benevolent savior who would lord over paradise itself. The only true ruler fit for a stagnant monument to a hedonistic excess, Lord Vorthry. But of course he would claim the title of innocence for himself in the end. I cannot speak to whether or not he was a monster as a child, but I can sing of his monstrous deeds and what became of him as a man. Yeah, but I'm talking about right now. Beneath blinding skies, the Lord of Light reigns supreme. From his lovely perch to floating fortress, he retreats to plot and scheme. Heavenly exile born of man and sin, embrace your ascension, and forward and resplendent invade pursuit of perfection. I like the lyre. I like the lyre. Though he summoned every ounce of his strength as a champion of light, in the end Vorthry was no match for the warriors of darkness. He wouldn't be the first to cloak himself in the trappings of righteousness. They are too common by half, some might even say. Nevertheless, I hope his example serves as a reminder of what evil men may do in the name of so-called good. You and yours did well to lay him low. No doubt you will confront other villains in the days ahead, and I shall be most eager to hear your full account then. Alrighty then, we got another one. Finally, Minstrel, I have one more for you. I'm gonna talk to you about Hades. Hades, I traversed countless lands and heard innumerable tales, and yet that name is unfamiliar to me. Pray tell me more. The very man who flooded this world in light, that its extinction might bring about the rejoining he sought. An Asian who lived 1,000 lives in pursuit of this single-minded goal until he fell at your hand. There is a part of me that cannot help but feel that it is not my place to tell this man's story, to think of the inventions that spurred him to wreak such wanton destruction, and those that compelled you to see that his dream would die in vain. And yet, if you will permit me a moment's indulgence and a measure of poetic license, I will grace your ears with a tune. I call it Requiem for a Hero.
A requiem for heroes?
His homeland was to memory, through eons did he strive. Dark masks he wore, fell plots he hatched, to keep vain hope alive. Until the end, that fateful day, when shadow clashed with light, true name revealed his dying wish. Remember us as we fade into night. A most challenging subject to put into words indeed, and yet I can take some small solace in knowing that the entirety of the tale, in all its tragic and terrible glory, will live on within you. I must say, I find it quite fascinating how this Emmett Silk chose to reveal his true name on the verge of the battle that would prove to be his downfall. I am reminded that the Knights Blessed have a similar tradition, in which they conceal their true names outside of rare occasions such as funerals. What significance might the act of announcing his true name have carried for him? A matter to ponder, perhaps, should you wish to fully grasp the nature of your foe, of the shadow to your light.
Thank you. I tried my best to actually sing nicely. The Minstrel's Ballad, Hades' Elegy, now accessible. There you go. We got stuff. We got another couple in the middle of nowhere and the Aspiring Skywatcher. I'm thinking those might be the normal and Alliance raid quests. Maybe, probably. Let's check them out. Hello. Oh, okay. Yeah, this seems like the normal raids.
Ah, Gulen, have you seen Reen? She's been looking for you. Wait here, I'll go and get her.
Thank you. Oh, okay, bye. So, it's all good. It's what it is. Hello?
Oh, hi, Reen. There you are. The truth is, I need your help. Now, hold on. I haven't even told you what it is yet.
But I already said yes.
After you defeated Emmett Silk, I sensed a strange concentration of light somewhere far to the south. In the empty, the lands that were once swallowed by the flood.
Oh.
I can't tell what it is, but we have to find out. For all we know, it might even be another Light Warden. But whatever it may be, I don't intend to stand by and watch. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Thancred Uranje and I have a few theories that we plan to test once we find whatever's causing this. The three of us were reluctant to ask for your help, considering everything that you've been through. The thing is, you're the only person who can defeat a Light Warden without becoming one yourself, so we have no choice. While we don't want to jump to conclusions, it would be a good idea to have you there, just in case. So will you come with us?
Perhaps we should let Sleeping Dogs die. No, I wouldn't have it any other way. I will go with ya. What kind of warrior of darkness would I be if not?
Thank you, Gulen. This means a lot. First of all, let's head to the Derrick in Amareng. Thancred and Uranje should have everything ready by now.
Alright then. I'll be right behind you, Reen. I just have to talk to the Exarch first. And that in mind, there is one more. Hi, Skywatcher. No, that's good. Lord Feo.
I bet I could do that. How long were you standing there in silence? Don't you know it's rude to wait, aren't you that mortal bonded to Fearul? Well now, isn't this a pleasant surprise? I have a proposal I was meaning to put to you, as it happens. Interested? So these Sky Watchers you see all over, they're good at what they do, but even they can tell you if it's raining or whatever back on the source, no? But with my help, they could. I could cross the rift, see what the weather's like for myself, and come back and share my knowledge with these mortals by whispering to them in their dreams. I could do the same for the Sky Watchers on the other side too. Everyone would have all the answers, and they wouldn't even know how they got them. Wouldn't that be grand? Your silence is all the approval I need. Off I go. Due to Lord Feo meddling with the dreams of Skywatchers in the source in the first, Skywatchers may now provide forecasts for every region regardless of their location. Okay. And that was it. There was no quests. There was no quest. Was there? Hey, Befana? I take it your preparations are complete. Listen carefully. You are to lead a party of elite troops into the tower and respond to any hostility with lethal force. Once the way is clear, the researchers can begin their expedition. Our main objective is to identify the source of the ethereal disturbance. The tower cannot be considered safe until we do so. Should you encounter any opposition behind your capabilities, you are to withdraw immediately. I wish you the best of luck. The twinning is now accessible. So we're going into the Crystal Tower for a second time, huh? Funny thing, my grandparents made the rice atole because I cooked some rice for the meal I had before today. Oh, really? Well, that's nice. Oh, come on, I don't have the... well... I mean, I'm gonna be leveling this up, but I don't have anything else to equip here. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna finish the MSQ, use the thing to get level 500 stuff. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word. Yes, let's go to the Ocular. Hello, Exarch, I'm back to visit. How are you doing, Graha? Gulen, you are returned. I hope your time in the source was suitably restful. But, of course it wasn't. Go on. The corporeal ether shows signs of instability. By the gods, the possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hope that my research has yielded a solution, I fear you will be sorely disappointed. 'Tis but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Kral and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. Alright then. So you prepared onigiri. That's nice. Hey everyone. How you doing, Stola? Lovely to see ya. Onigiri is just rice balls, man. That's what you did. You don't need... there's onigiri without the,
Pray excuse my late arrival.
algae. Nope, not skipping.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
They're busy.
Nay, my lady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Alright then.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. Got it.
I think it best that we begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryl's findings.
Alright, here you go. Your bodies are starting to be less and less stable, starting in the order in which you were summoned over here. So, yeah.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Right.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least.
Mm-hmm.
How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration.
Perhaps.
Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy.
Okay.
The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state.
Right.
I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it.
Thank you.
And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home.
I appreciate that.
Should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
No, we're not going for that. I refuse, Graha. I refuse. Slap him?
Ow.
Yeah! Well done, Ollie.
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless he says so.
I don't want that responsibility.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
Stola, I love you.
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success.
Hi.
I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of his body and soul, but his personal effects besides.
Yep.
This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us his possessions, he could carry our souls back to the source upon his person?
Well,
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change.
you're not wrong. It would be nice, but I don't think it's going to be.
Vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on his part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Right. So much for the faith you had in me 1 moment ago, Ali.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet, were we to immure our souls within an object in his possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured.
Mm-hmm.
White Auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease.
Right.
We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back unto our vacant bodies.
Right.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us.
And who might that be, Graha?
On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It
Oh.
was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after.
Okay.
Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrant is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Alright then.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters.
Makes sense.
No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the faithful. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. I may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
That we must. Do agree. Wholeheartedly agree. If you see something different with my background, it's the fact that I don't have a light anymore. And that's because it basically died. My light died. Yeah, I'll keep the coins. I have too much food. Alright then, that's nice. Exarch, a grand adventure. Oh, wait, actually. Crystarium weapon coffer. This should be good. Alright, and now... How did I know? Goodbye to the weathered daggers. Is there anything else I'm not using? The Ethica, level 69 for Scholar. Let's discard that. Nah, rather, ugh. I hate myself because I always do this. The Blue Spirit handgun, that can go away. The Horde Spear for Lancer should be gone as well. Antiquated Nagi, no, that's fine. Oh, no. Well then. I have enough space. This is all that matters. Armor chest. Equip. That's 407. Still not enough. Is there anything higher level that I can equip here? 145. 270, 270. This is 288. I don't think anything is gonna help me out from this. Which, by the way, it should start like High Alagan Ring of Slaying. Ishgardian Chaplain's Ring, level 51. Dreadworm Ring of Casting. Yeah, I'm just gonna sort all that. Hero's Ring of Casting, I can keep that one. I like the hero ring to it. Judgment Ring of Casting. Also, I think I can just... Ruby Tide Ring of Casting. Level 63. I think this is fine. And I can buy another one out here, so... A grand adventure! The Grand Cosmos, that is, the palace we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. Whilst thou journeyest thither, I think it best that I devote mine energies to the creation of white auracite, by thy leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Numo consent to lend us their aid, we will have need of a suitable vessel ere long. Agreed. Then I would ask the rest of you to meet me in Sullen, and do be prepared for a warm reception. Alright then. Need the level ups, Pray join the others in Sullen. I shall turn my thoughts to the Auracite and apprise Thancred and Reen of our progress. Alright then. Thank you for that. We'll exit the Ocular. Because we've already leveled up to 81 with Warrior. I kind of don't want to be over-leveled, but this is what I have that currently is able to do it, so... Yeah. The twinning. Give me 1 second, actually. Party. Social. Where do I do trusts? Duty trust. There we go. It's just MSQ ones. Okay. And they level up accordingly. That's cute. They're all level 71, so they're insufficient to go to Amarat. That's something else. Alright, so no can do on the trust side, so we're gonna do the twinning on here. And as soon as it gets there, we'll do it. If it doesn't get there, we won't do it, and that's that. Alright, in the meantime, I will be operating on a red mage. Wait. Yeah, I did not save it. There you go. 407. I'm like, this was not the level that I had just a second ago. Alright, then. We're going to Sullen. Where was Sullen? Is it Amarang? Doesn't really matter. I'm still headed to Amarang because I'm also wanting to do what Reen asked of us. So. Oh, wow. Okay. That was fast. Commence the twinning. That was perfect timing, dude. Perfect timing. No, I didn't check the videos out. I saw that you sent them, but I haven't really watched the videos yet. Otherwise, I would have commented on them. Sorry about that, Espresso. Had a lot of work during the week. Haya first and foremost. Alright, ready? Set. Let's go. This glove is bumping. Yes, it is. Yes, it definitely is. Are there no more creatures? I don't think so. Okay. As you can see, I really need to dispose of animations now. Yikes. Got him. This looks like the way to go. Oh, love the music, dude. The music's amazing. Let's go. I missed one. I missed one. There we go. Oh, shite. We got a sage. Yeah, I recognize the animation too. We have a sage with us today. Servo Mechanical Minotaur, what are you doing? Look at me. Why aren't you looking at me? There we go. Hello? Why'd you break him out? That's not nice. Alright, just diminish the amount of damage that I take for now. Ah, yikes. There we go. Okay, that's good. Excuse you, can you please not? Alright. No surprises here. No surprises here. Y'all ready? Whee! Let's go. Ah, yikes. Okay. There's a beta. Gotcha, beta. Yikes. You're not meant to, frick. My mistake, I think. Okay, good enough, good enough. Okay, got him. Not for the weak, of course it isn't. Whenever you binge something, you should keep in mind that if you're watching with someone else, rather, if you're watching something with someone else, you have to keep in mind that people don't watch at the same rate as you do. Crap. Uh-oh. Once. I'm gonna heal myself. No one else was doing it. Alright. Them's the breaks, kiddo. Got him. That was nice. Loot? Sure, I'll greet these. Alright, second section. I love the music for this. Absolutely love it. Hey, Flanberg. Lamborghini. I can't see the floor. better, but not quite. Alrighty then. Don't get ahead of me, please. I'm trying my best, I'm trying my best. Here we go. Another one, quite the same. Yeah, see, I can't see the floor, but I managed to see the orange coming out. Holy crap. Well, even if it wasn't me pulling, like, even if it was me pulling a lot more than I should have, you have to keep in mind, I am not getting healed at all throughout this. Well, at the very least, not at the rate. Yeah, there you go. My bad. Yeah, no worries. It happens. It happens. But I'm retaking all the aggro. All's good. Oh my god. They took NyQuil before this. That explains it. Yeah. There we go. Ring of Aiming. I'm passing on that one. Oh yeah. Kevin's Eye Materia. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, but I did do weakness, so here we go. Fell Cleave, Fell Cleave, Fell Cleave. But then Inner Chaos, and how's about some more Inner Chaos? We'll do that. There you go, weakness is gone. Are those gonna implode? Yeah. Got him. Everyone shake it off. Alagon Thunder. Yikes. Frick? Concentrating. Nah, dread. Come over this way, please. Get away from the center. Nice and slow. Amulet bracelets of slaying. I'll agree with that one. Yo, 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 yo. Oh, hello? Pierce out of nowhere. Gura maximization? What do you mean? What is that? I saw a portal open somewhere. I did do provoke. Yep, there we go. Look at the floor, look at the floor, look at the floor. Bam. Not yet. Got him. Okay, so far so good. Earrings offending, I'll need that. Oh, I already possessed one of that. Okay, well then. Feeling pressure about college? Why? I thought you stopped going. Ah, jeez. Uh-oh. Please freaking heal me! Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna hit once. I'm gonna get hit once. Okay, I need you two to group up. There you go, that's better. You're done. Thank goodness for that. Oh, bring it back, dude. That's how it sounds. You're making ideas in your head and you're probably overthinking. Artificial Enigma the Tycoon. I don't mean to say, like, don't give it the importance that it has. It should be important, and it is important. But rather, try not to overthink stuff because you're gonna get in your own head. Ring of Casting, I'll pass on that. Yeah, okay. Ayo! Mapping the realm, twinning! Let's go, the Tycoon. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, heck. I did not put that on afterwards. I did not realize. Oh, crap. Crap. What happened? I know you're not made to not overthink stuff. That's why your medication is important, dude. It's not even my midlife years. This is a thing. This is a thing that I mean, like, it's about to get serious in here. This is not a lecture. First and foremost, this is not a lecture. Alright, ready, set, and let's go. Yeah, exactly. If you had a diagnosis. The thing is, you can't just wait around for the diagnosis to come. You have to eventually do something about it. If you know you have a problem, then you need tools. Just the same way that you figured out there's a tutorial in YouTube to be registered at the for the IRS. Same thing you can do to, like, tools to help with ADHD if it's undiagnosed, you know? Will it be blasted over this way? I think it will be blasted over this way. Yeah, it did. No, yikes. Everyone shake it off. Defensive array. Okay. I think I'm fine where I'm at. Okay, I'm fine. Oh, but the thing that I was gonna say before when I said it's not a lecture. Hello? Kingdom Hearts ass motherfucking attack. What? That was Kingdom Hearts 2 in all its glory, dude. Viva Square Enix. Ah, yikes. I'm just gonna... Yeah, that seemed fine. That seemed fine in the moment. Was it? I really don't know, but... I mean... Sure seemed fine at the time. Not that. Revenge. Alright. Now I can... Hello? Okay, I see that. Y'all, get away from the center. Uh-oh. I think I did well in protecting them. I think so. This should be fine. Alright. I am too concentrated on this to say the thing that I wanted to say. Rail cannon, bring it. I was still protected. I was still using protection, thank you very much. Now my protection ran out. Okay, hi. This should be fine. We were fine. Jeez, y'all, thanks. That was great. Alright, now that the dungeon's finished, now I can say that drowning it all out never helps. The thing that you just said, Espresso, I'm not sure if you meant it as a joke or not, but if I'm honest with you, that is exactly the type of thing that will make you feel worse down the line. I'm saying this out of, like, my own experience. If you just drown it out, not paying it any mind or whatever, because you feel like you're wasting your life away, and then you go and do something that has no productive value except for you in that moment to get serotonin, and then feel like you're not wasting your life away, then you're just letting time go by. There are things that you can do, there are tools that you can look into for you to like have a better understanding on the things that you need so that you can make progress and then stop feeling pressured by these outside opinions and outside forces acting upon you, because the only thing that should be affecting the way that you feel is yourself and your self-perception, and that you're able to control. So that's the thing. That's everything that I wanted to say. It's not a lecture, it's just I'm speaking from my own experience. If it works for you, that's amazing. If it doesn't, that's also fine. That's just the one thing that I wanted to say. Excellent work. Not only did you reveal the cause for the ethereal fluctuations, you were able to remove the threat entirely. Thanks to you, the researchers have completed their preliminary observations. Their findings were somewhat surprising. The Crystal Tower appears not to have been created by the Ronkans or any other known civilization. Its origins are veiled in mystery, much like the Exarch and yourself. Forgive me, it is not the time for idle speculation. We have, however, recovered an artifact, though its purpose is unclear. It may even be purely decorative. What's the artifact? Hello? What's the artifact? Have you ever encountered anything like this? Oh no. Yes, I have. Omega? Hello? Has come to carry out our plan. This will be my last recording. With the tower activated and the temporal displacement apparatus online, all that remains is to throw the switch and pray. I'm sorry. I truly am. I wish there was another way. But you are our best chance of success. Our only hope. Your gift will allow you to become one with the tower and survive the journey through time and space. Where our technology as advanced as that of the Alagans, perhaps we could have gone with you. Alas, it was not to be. But when you are finally reunited, all the hardship and all the sacrifice will have been worth it, I'm sure. Just promise me you'll spare a thought for those you leave behind, and we'll be thinking of you too. For as long as this world lasts, though I fear it will not be for much long. For much longer. It was Biggs. I was right. It really was Biggs. This is Biggs, third of his name, 18th President of Garland Ironworks, signing off. May the 12 be at your side, Garahatia. A person's voice coming from a machine. To be honest, I cannot make head nor tail of it. Do you have any idea what that was about? Even if I told you, you wouldn't believe me? Nah. It make perfect sense to me. No worries. Considering your connection to the Exarch, I am not entirely surprised. Though one thing was clear, even to me, the people who left the message were facing a great catastrophe. They placed their faith in the Crystal Tower, in much the same way we have done ever since the Flood of Light. An insane amount of therapy? Probably, yeah. Our prayers for salvation were answered when you and the Exarch returned the night to us and freed us from the terror of the Sin Eaters. I sense that this was all made possible by those people from a time long forgotten. We should do our utmost to learn more of them. It's not just a time forgotten, also a world. Perhaps the researchers will uncover more of these messages. In any case, you have performed admirably in service of the Crystarium. We may have need of your strength and guidance in days to come. Until then, fare you well. We got materia. Alright then. That was nice. Cool little dungeon. Let's roll. Alrighty then. Now, in at Journey's End. Yes, no, thanks. I'm quite happy. I am quite happy. Happy day. Like I said, I wanted to go ahead and talk to these two. Although, Orange, you're also here. 'Tis a blessing to see thee so hale. Sorry to drag you all the way out here. I have a feeling you'll miss this place when you see where we're going next, though. Well, Reen, give it to me. What are we going to do?
I hope the desert creatures didn't give you too much trouble on the way here.
I doubt they posed any sort of challenge to him. With that, I could say the same with confidence about whatever fiend may be waiting for us out there. Even if the light that Reen sends turns out to be nothing of consequence, the empty is hardly the most welcoming of places. Anything that could survive out there is not to be trifled with. Moreover, it should be reiterated that the light-blasted wasteland poseth as severe a threat as any foe we might face. In any event, we are in agreement that this phenomenon doth warrant investigation, though for lack of more precise means of navigation, we must needs rely on Reen's innate abilities to guide us. I have formed several hypotheses regarding the nature of the light, but speculation is a poor substitute for first-hand observation. Right.
There'll be plenty of time for us to talk about it on the way. Is the sky slipper ready, Thancred?
Ready to take us wherever we need to go, aye. Back again too, maybe, if we ask it nicely.
Though the light hath been expunged from Nordfront, the ambient ether of the MP is still corrupted. Dangerously so, in fact. The flood of light devastated everything in its wake. The soil, the air, the water, all rendered incapable of supporting life. 'Tis due to this imbalance that the MT remaineth utterly uninhabitable, even a century thereafter. That's why we're taking every possible That's why we're taking every possible precaution. Between the aetherometers I've packed and Reen's unique abilities, we should be able to detect and measure any fluctuations in our alignments. According to the Crystarium scouts, a few days out there won't affect us to any noticeable degree, but much longer than that, and we risk becoming scene eaters. Since we still don't know how Chocobos and Amara will fare in the empty, we opted for a more mechanical mode of transportation. This comes courtesy of the researchers at the Mean, who found it in the Crystal Tower and restored it to working order. It's quite safe, I promise. The person in charge said we'll have parts delivered from the Crystarium should anything break. He seemed quite eager to see what we bring back from the empty, even though I told him we're not hunting for treasure. I'll introduce you if we have a chance to stop by Mortsuk at some point.
Alright then.
Anyway, I think that covers everything. When you're ready to leave, just say the word.
That we shall do. Alright. Although the flood of light is believed to have expunged all traces of light from the empty, we must remain ever vigilant. We know not what we shall find. Alrighty, Espresso. Thank you for coming anyways. Have a great one. Hope you feel better. While I'm piloting and Reen's navigating, you and Naranji will be free to enjoy the view and engage in rousing conversation. By that I mean he can spend the whole time talking at you while you're not in agreement. Right, thank you.
Well then, shall we?
Let's head for the empty! I'm barely gonna progress through the MSQ at this rate. But the music's banging already! With a name like the Empty, I wasn't expecting much in the way of pleasant scenery, but this is downright depressing. To look on the land swallowed by the flood with mine own eyes, 'tis a chilling sight indeed. Approximately 9/10 of this world are as this, a slate all but wiped clean. Were it not for the waters of darkness and Minfilia. Reen, are you sure we're heading in the right direction?
Yes, I'm certain. There's no telling how far away it is, though.
Nothing for it but to keep going, then. You two back there may as well take a nap. I have a feeling we've good few moms ahead of us. Are you sure? Maybe we can take turns, you know? Alrighty, Espresso. Thank you. Oof, that was nice. That was a nice crack. I have to say, it's a touch larger than I was expecting. And is it sleeping? Did we find the creature already? Oh, shite. Yeah, we did. Welcome to the Empty in Norvrent.
No, it's waking up.
I don't like the sound of that. Is it a light warden?
No, I don't think so. Instead of being filled with light, it is light.
The first Sin Eater. Long have I strived to unravel the mystery surrounding the flood of light, to discover what set that terrible cataclysm in motion. Every thread led to the same conclusion, the same single point. Or single being. I have reason to believe that the entity we see before us is the first Sin Eater, the instigator of the flood, the very foe Minfilia vanquished a century ago. She gave everything she had, and won. But this abomination could undo her work. Aye, the possibility cannot be denied, though it is oft said that destruction and creation are but two sides of the same coin. Reen, knowest thou of what I speak?
The power to shape reality, to bend the laws of nature, for what was once shattered may be forged anew.
That's all well and good, but don't you think we should give it a name first? If you name it, you start feeling for it.
Eden.
Okay. Utopia in Fae, a most auspicious title. Now that that's settled, perhaps we should find a spot to set up camp. I even brought a couple of tents. On the off chance, but pitching the damn things is something of a fine art. Does anyone fancy helping me? Sure thing, that cred. I'm all for camping with that cred. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, hey there.
Thancred should be back from scouting the area soon. Once he's here, we can plan our next move.
Gotcha. In the middle of nowhere. During the course of your investigation, you may discover valuable artifacts. These can be exchanged for equipment by speaking with Google in Mortsuk or Yalyal in Yulmore. Deploy the core. That's a lot of material that I cannot use.
I wonder what's taking Thancred so long.
I mean, the tents are already up, so... Lectures, Thancred? I mean, Urianger? I'm Thancred in the brain.
Ah, there he is.
For anyone that doesn't know, this is Thancred. Well, that was rather uneventful. Not that I'm complaining.
Did you find anything?
No, thankfully. There's naught but barren plains in every direction.
Apart from Eden, obviously. I tried approaching it, and the brute didn't even seem to notice me. I thought it best not to tempt fate, so I withdrew. We should act now before it's fully awake. Meaning what, exactly? Slay it, of course. When I think about the flood of light, I get the feeling that rather than destroying everything in its path, what it actually did was stop the flow of ether. Of course, that meant that all of the plants, animals, and people here could no longer survive. They must have crumbled to dust in the years since. But the ether is still here, lying dormant. If Eden is the one that caused it, maybe it can get it flowing again. I don't know for certain, but I think I can use Eden to bring life back to the empty. Now hold on a moment. What makes you think that's even possible? And how do you expect to control that kind of power? Reen's aspirations may not be as preposterous as thou dost surmise. I believe Minfilia halted the flood of light's advance not by destroying Eden, but by silencing it. And in so doing, she hath gifted us an opportunity too precious to waste. Even now, the flame of hope burns on. I, as Minfilia's successor, it standeth to reason that Reen doth possess the means to exert her will over Eden, but such a monumental task is not to be taken lightly. What sayest thou, Gulen? I imagine this is easier said than done, of course, but I will do my best. Yes, you're probably right, but I have to try. Very well, Reen. You've made up my mind, and your mind, so how should we go about this? I have an idea. I've been studying it carefully ever since we arrived, and it seems to me that the light is more concentrated at a certain point. I suppose you could call it the core. That giant Talos had a core too, like a beating heart. It controlled the flow of ether. If Eden's core is the same, perhaps we could use it to restore the etheric balance. The theory is certainly sound. By employing Ethernet shards as beacons, mayhap we could trace the ethereal flow to Eden's core, and in so doing secure the means to teleport to the very heart of the beast. Hey yo, that's your boy Uranjay indeed. How's it going? Thankfully, the Settlement Council has kindly furnished us with a plethora of apparatus by which to perform such feats. However, we must needs first have Reen study the entity's interior and chart us a suitable course. Of course he is. Sexiest in his brain as well. I mean, because of his brain as well. Once we have reached our destination, I shall fabricate a means by which you may directly communicate with Eden, and mayhap exert a measure of control over it. His word salad. I like the way you refer to it. Welcome in, Rosen. You can really do that, Oranje? All credit is due to a dear friend, a gentle soul long since departed who imparted to me a wealth of knowledge concerning aetherology. Oh, Mombrita. Although I am certain she would be all too quick to chastise my methodology. Excuse me for interrupting this trip down memory lane, but I don't imagine that Eden will be too happy about us rummaging around in its innards, for want of a better term. In all seriousness, though, I wouldn't be surprised if there is some sort of welcoming party arranged for intruders. Perhaps you had best lead the way, Gulen. It's true that he's the only one who can defeat a Light One, but I'd rather not rely on him more than we have to. Yes, I haven't forgotten what happened when he absorbed too much light. But as Alice said, making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. The best thing about him, though, is his willingness to screw you over for the greater good, yeah? Of course it is! Otherwise he would not be Oriange. Second time? Yeah, I can forgive him. Third time? Oh my god, that's the charm. That would be the best if it happened again. Now, I wish I could put down wardens myself. But the simple fact is, I can't. There's no point pretending I can. That's why I'm asking Gulen. then perhaps I could... You're not getting past your dad. You already have a job to do, remember? The only reason this plan even has a chance of success is because of your involvement. We need you to concentrate on the task at hand and guide us to the core. Not only that, you'll have to keep an eye on Eden itself. If we somehow manage to make it angry, get us out of there. Are you sure you want to go through with this? I am. That is what I do best. That crit is life, indeed. I absolutely love that crit. I won't let you down. Though we will remain here, Rin and I shall do our utmost to guide thee along the ethereal stream. After thou hast breached the exterior, we shall remain in contact via these link pearls, courtesy of our comrades in the Crystarium. Being relics salvaged from the Crystal Tower, I fear they may be somewhat less reliable than those to which thou art accustomed. Accepted. And so it begins. But, this being Eden, I think these are the Alliance raids? Eden's Gate, Resurrection now accessible. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I don't think that my item level is high enough yet. Stupid frog. Frog. My favorite story figure, story-wise. Oh, what do you mean Y'shtola don't count? I absolutely love Y'shtola. Y'shtola's my favorite. Her calling Magnum little son was the absolute best. And her development throughout this entire expansion has been the best too. So like, yeah, we all love her. There's a reason for that. She's the best. Otherwise, Hien. Hien would be my favorite, my other favorite figure. Oh, 425. All right, I'm gonna have to. I don't want to, but I will. Go in like this. Forget what I said. What's my item level with this? 421. Okay then. And if I... Bada bing, bada boom. What was the item level? I did not pay attention. 423, still not there. So what I'm gonna do is... Yulmore. You've never heard that before? Why not? Hien is great. I absolutely love him, his principles, and the fact that he is, first and foremost, a man of his people. And by people, I mean, like, you know, the people that are beside him all the time. That's the best for me. Merchant. Flyer printing materials? No. Metal spinner? Also no. Yeah. Higher tombstone exchange? Yes. Can I go for... Yeah, 530 is better. Elegant Tombstones of Poetics for... Yeah. Disciples of War. Wow. Well then. Armor, accessories. And yeah, armor is fine. I don't want the helmet, so I'm gonna skip I'm gonna skip it. And to be a total Boy Scout and totally predictable, yes, I do suppose he's a solid fella. He's quite nice. He's a little bit of a Boy Scout, I'm not gonna lie about that, but he's also, like, he does know how to get ahead of his enemy. He knew a lot of stuff during the patches. Like, during the patches for Stormblood, I think his character is shown a little bit more in that regard. He is a good strategist. He knows how to deal with stuff. I quite enjoyed that. So, yeah.
Alright. Should this be... I did not have enough space here. I need to get rid of stuff. Bye-bye, antiquated stuff. Soft-Stepper's Bolero. Not even using that. Outsider's Jacket for Gunblade. I'm also not using this one. So this is fine. And now... Armor chest. Sort that out, please. Bam! 431. He also got a neat ponytail. Yeah, exactly. Xenos, I quite enjoy. Xenos is interesting. He's not my favorite, first and foremost, because he's a little bit of an asshole. But at the same time, I quite enjoy his, like, going about everything for his own purposes. Like, he's not gonna yield to anyone. He's an absolute machine, though. An absolute unit. Like, coming back from death, his soul possessing a soul deer, and then moving all the way to defeat his own body to reclaim it from an Asian? Gosh darn, that man is stubborn. Alright, those I could. And this. Yep, I imagined as much on that front. Here we go. Woolen Sorrel of Gathering. I can discard that one. And the Bookworm's Waste Sap for Sage. I'm not even using that one, so I am going to discard it. Dairimuku Tatsuhakama of Healing, I'm also going to discard. There you go. There. Bada bing, bada boom, item level 448. Yep. Shall I still have enough? Yeah, I have barely enough, but I have enough. I'll do that. That's fine. 464, it's more than perfect. I did spend it all on this, and not on Red Mage, though. Which is fine. Eden's Gate Resurrection. Here we go. In the meantime, Red Mage should definitely start moving up. No bones, no lies, no nothing. He's just an actual animal. I find that refreshing as well. And that's basically what I meant. Like, he goes for his own purposes. He's not going to yield, not even to his father, the Emperor, for that whatsoever. Where was I headed again? Was it Kalusha? It was, right? Oh no. Sullen, here in Nordrent. In Lakeland, rather. That's fine. So we're getting on the alliance rates. Oh, that was also not taking long. I am quite surprised with this, honestly. I have not been taking long to find my stuff. My people. The parties that we're going in with. Oh wait, no, this is normal raids, right? 2, 2, and 4. Yeah, it is normal raids. Yeah. Otherwise, would be 3 tanks. Okay, so normal raids it is. Normal raids it is. So we're still looking for the alliance raids, which, as far as I understand it, have something to do with Nier Automata. Holy crap, music is just pumping! Music's just pumping! Be careful! Huge amounts of ether are rushing to the core. Wait, what's that? A big Sea Eater? Like a heart? Keeper of Knowledge, Eden Prime. Okay. That's good. Hiya. Again, I didn't do that. I'm here to support ya. Spear of Paradise. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't mean to take the aggro away from you. Shake it off, everyone. That's fine. Spear of Paradise, here it comes. Monkey see, monkey do. I saw everyone was behind them, so that's what we do. Yikes. What is going to happen? Oh, hi. It's just beams. Ah, crap. Move, move, move. Whew. Nice and easy, lemon squeezy. Can you please deal less damage? That would be best. Oh, wow. Hex, I'm so sorry. 4 hours? Uh-oh. Hello? Nervous. Nervous. Hi. Uh-oh. What is happening? Alright, Onslaught. Should I separate him a little bit more? Wish I could. Okay, well the other ones already did that one dirty, so. Alright. Give us attack. Hello? Okay, so I just wasted that. That's fine. Cutscene time. Oh my god, look at that. This reminds me of... It stopped reminding me of that. I was about to say Sephiroth, but yeah, no, this is fine. Or it was. Not anymore. Yo. What? And that only did 12,000 damage. Yellow. Come on now. Yikes again. Everyone shake it off. Yikes. Ayo! First try. Was that it? Yeah, I think so. No, don't skip the cutscene. Yep. No, don't skip the cutscene! Thank you. That's what I wanted, to hide it. Alright then. Hup. Well. Loot. I don't want that. I'll give you the player commendation because you're the only one here. I really don't want any of this. So there you go, you can have it. Bye now. That was cool. We got returned to here. And if I could, I'll finish the quest with Red Mage. It seems that Thancred's prediction about there being some sort of garden was right. Thankfully, it was nothing that you couldn't handle. And I'm glad to say that you haven't absorbed any light either. So far, so good. Now that the way is clear, the Ethernet shards can send us to the core and back whenever we need. Why don't we give them a try? Oh? Yep, let's proceed to Eden's core then. Alright. Once Uranja has activated the device, it's my turn. Alright, let's talk to them first. Standing around and waiting is hardly my forte, though. I dare say I'm more suited to this than whatever Uranja is doing. Though the apparatus is now in place, a number of minute adjustments must needs be made before attempting to assert control over Eden. Alright, Reen. I want Savage Aim or Savage Might? Let's do Savage Aim. And that's the way. Awesome. The time hath come, Reen.
Watch over me, Minfilia.
Is this supposed to happen? Eden is offering considerable resistance.
Not now. Not when I'm so close.
Uh-oh.
Uranje.
I am unharmed, but what of Reen?
No, you listen to me.
Rin, be careful! Uh-oh, that crit... I think it might be a little bit too late to just tell her to be careful, you know? Oh no. Quack. Oh no. Oh no, we've revived them.
Oh wait, is this not... Huh?
It sort of looks like it, but at the same time it doesn't. Well, I'm glad that's over. But for how long? The beast's fury hath subsided. One fell swoop. Okay.
It worked! I'm in control now, I think.
Really?
Although I'm now linked to Eden, I still need to figure out how to give it commands.
Pray tell, what caused it to convulse so violently?
It must have been when Eden rose into the air. I'm still struggling to stop it from drifting too far from the camp.
Even now thou art.
Reen, what's going on? Ah, above us! Something's coming this way. An enemy.
But how dost thou... Ah, could it be a Sin Eater?
I can't see them clearly, but no, that's impossible.
What is it?
They're inside too. Lots of them, trying to reach the core.
Uninvited guests, eh?
If I'd known they were coming, I would have tidied the place up.
Japes are a poor substitute for a viable stratagem. In that case, I suggest that you and I deal with the ones who've already inside. And Gulen can welcome our airborne adversary.
Reen, find out if Eden has any defenses we can make use of. Preferably ones that don't recognize us as the enemy. I'm not sure about that, but I can use the ether currents to send you whenever you need to go.
That's my girl. Alright, everyone, we've got work to do.
Oh, that crit. From what I can tell, Eden is able to form simple structures by redirecting ether, so I'll try to give you something to stand on. When you're ready, head for that portal over there.
Da da da! Here we go. Eden's Gate Descent now accessible. Alright then. Remember, these are 5 stages per stage. Resurrection with a party of other. Gate Descent. Okay, so it has to be the same. By get. And now, Red Mage. What do you mean I can't? Yeah, okay, return to the camp because I think it's because I'm in an instance like section of the map. Yeah, Fort Job is the closest one. Let's go. Oh, my back hurts. Also, I should take a small little break soon. Yeah. If it wasn't really obvious, I haven't really done any of the quests because I haven't been able to play since last stream. I do plan on doing them though. I do plan on doing them. Let's go. Sorry about that. Little yawn, little yawn. It's about to be midnight here. Oh no, Hex. I hope that you clear soon. Hey, Alphino. I was relieved to hear the Exarch intended to arrange for a boat to carry us across the lake. Not that I would be opposed to swimming, mind you. Right. The Exarch said to prepare for a warm reception at the palace. Let's hope it's more cordial than his last visit. He said the palace is on the opposite shore, but I see nothing on the horizon save empty sky. Curious. Alright, Exarch. What is going on? I just love the banging music, dude. As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon by host's familiars. And I expect our reception today to be no different, which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn.
I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging in looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations. Were I them, I should be most interested to meet with those who could overcome my defenses. As would any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize their interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. Right. Weapons drawn it is, then. Though I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. Not gonna say no to that. Do I? Well, I will not deny I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you rather than pacing about in the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I am surprised. Your moods invariably improve when Gulen's around. What exactly are you implying? He averted a calamity, and the light which seemed destined to consume him has been extinguished. 'Tis only natural that we be pleased to see him. Yes, well, you will have plenty of time to celebrate his good health after we're finished here. Of course, then let us proceed to the palace. I will skip the cutscene now. The Grand Cosmos now accessible, blah 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 blah. Come on now, I have to change class. No! Penalty count increased. Gosh darn. That sucks a little bit because I was right there. I had already finished. Duty Finder. The Grand Cosmos. We'll do whichever comes first. That was very disappointing, dude. I saw it go like 2, 1. I'm like, it's just a matter of like chuk chuk. And it did not. I didn't do it on time. I did not do it on time. Bit of a shame, honestly. Bit of a shame. The thought did cross my mind, though, that it would happen at some point like that. How many? Because each thing costed around 320 something, right? So yeah. If I was like, this is already level 500, so I'm not gonna change my weapon for now. But it would certainly do me good to change some of these, the feet especially, or the ring. I'm gonna go warping back to Yulmore. See how much is for ring, because that's what's bringing my total down quite a bit. No, yeah, it's over there. Yellow. Accessories 280. I have 145, so not even clearing the next one will do me any good. I don't think, no. Alright, well then. Yep, well, I think that's it. I'm just gonna have to do a little bit more. And this one is casting, right? Oh, maybe that's why. Duh. Here we go. Yeah, okay. It is 280, but this should help me quite a bit more. Not the earring, but the bracelet. No, I need a ring. Well, if there's no ring, then nothing to do but keep moving forward in that regard, but it is what it is. Oh no, yep, here we go. Casting. This is the one. Ring of Casting. Level 80. 530. There we go. So that's what I'm aiming for. 280.
In the meantime, like, while I'm waiting for this to come up, I'm just gonna do a quick Duolingo lesson, just so that my streak is not gone. Jesus. What'd I do? Kurepu. Oh, I can't listen to this. Atsuri. No, that's O. Otsuri wa sen en desu. Ah, crap. Okay, forget about it. Forget about it. Oh, well then. Yeah, but no. This is, I'm ending that because it's gonna take too long. I'm just gonna do kanji practice. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to finish it. Gonna practice kanji. And let's see what we get. There we go. Commence. Gosh darn. Grand Cosmos is ready. What is it? Takai. What is it? Nandesu Takai. Furui Takai. Tabemasu. Nandesu Kaimasu. Can listen. Takai. Kaimasu. Furui. Nandesu Takai. Read. Nandesu Atarashi Kaimasu. Alright, I'm gonna have to pause this. Yikes. Hiya. So not there. Are any of these coming to life? Yes, they are. Kind of knew it. Oh, they were all... okay. Hoop. And a hoop. Everyone shake it off. Alrighty. We good? We good. Alright then. Oh, Broom! Hi. How are you doing? Swish, swish, swoo. Oh, okay. Hello? Overweapon! Hi. You're interesting to look at. Nothing on that side, so we're continuing on this side. Alright. Agilulfo. Agilulfo? I will see to it that you are defeated. Thank you very much. Oh god. Alright then. Say hello to the Seeker of Solitude. Have to be paying attention. Oh. No, I don't understand. Magic Broom? Dark Shock? Well, that got me. Oh, the sweep. I'm all turned around. Oh, gosh. Everyone shake it off. I am about to die. Can you please heal me? Thanks. Okay, here come the brooms then. Gosh darn. Can I please be helped? Thanks. Thank you for the 5 tombstones of poetics. Yikes. That only took 2 minutes. Everyone come to me. Hi, thank you for coming. Holy crap. Oh, yikes. Good gravy, man. Hello? Coming to life? No, you don't. All 3 of you come this way. Pillars as well? Not the pillars, but the porksies. Oh. Gosh darn. Ah. All right then. Y'all ready? Here it goes. Everyone shake it off from the beginning over time. I don't know what you're shaking off, but you should shake it off. Good. What you do? Oh. Nah, shit. Okay then. Well, my bad. I had not understood that it was similar to the other mechanic with that. Like, take them out of the area before they hatch. Had not understood that. I did not understood that. But they're dead. So all's good. Okay, I'll take this one. Okay. Got him good. BRB, 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 BRB. Because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to finish in less than 5 minutes, so I have to finish this. Alright. Nan desu ka? Takai. Yeah. Nan desu ka? Takai. Got it. Okay. Back. Sorry. I did it and managed it to save my streak. That's all I was looking for. There we go. Alright, Malfoy. Alright, Bella Porxy, all of you to me. I'll stay inside. Goody. I did not. Fingerless gloves of scouting. Yeah. War choker fending. I'll pass on that. Thanks. Hello. It is I, returned for another Infinity Dagger adventure. Alright then. Look at the ground. I saw the ground, but they were paralyzed there. Alrighty then. Lord Tolthawil? Tolthawil? Y'all, shake it off. Nothing. Can't see nothing. Two. And a 3. That's good. Say goodbye. Say goodnight. That's good. That's great. Oh, look at the lovely dance. Alright then. Open up, sesame. Yep, it was a good idea to say BRB and just finish the Duolingo thing. You have sullied these halls long enough. Come, Lugus, our guests yet want for company. Lugus. Insatiable flame, Lugus. Alright then. Different from our friend Defreet. Alright then. Y'all went ahead. And give me an achievement. The Grand Cosmos has been mapped. Alright? Y'all ready? Woohoo! Otherworldly heat. Oh wow, okay. It just fucking killed me. Yikes. Me. What is it with me? No, again. What is it? Where? What? Can I? Nothing I could set ablaze. Nothing I could set up. Yep. Oh, it was on the other side. Okay. Okay, yeah, I understand now. Yep. Concentrating a little bit too hard, I think, but I am fine. Culling Blade. Scorching Left. You don't have a Scorching Right, huh? And you're dead. GG's. Thanks, y'all, for first clear. Yep, there are no party members left. Cool. It's just cool. I tried my best to go ahead and do that before they went away, and I just was not able to. Sort everything out, please. A Titan Bronze ring cover. I could use this, I think. Alright then. Leave the duty. Leave duty. Oh, gosh. Darn. Hello?
That was my fiercest familiar. Oh, impressive.
Yep. Hello. I knew the voice would sound a little bit like that, but... Are y'all gonna talk, or like...
Backlog, 'tis good to see you again after all these years. And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain.
You already did complain.
You must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Sake? Beg?
Oh gosh.
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, you said sit.
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence! It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men. You are sinners, one and all.
Yeah.
And I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
But... will you not help us?
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion.
But...
But I know that the Numo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
Such pause, man. Oh, you've done it. You've done it, Alphino.
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No, 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 no! I mustn't. Not again. The damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety.
Oh, Backlog. I'm sorry.
Oh, you know not what you ask of me. What horrors my knowledge has wrought.
But... we would never misuse it. I'm not gonna do the same as they did. I'm not gonna say lie down.
You wish only to save your friends? Nothing more?
Correct. That's the only thing that I wish, for my friends to be able to return home safely.
Do you swear it?
On my own soul, yes.
No. No. Oh, very well.
Thank you, Backlog.
I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
Of course. You shall have it.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
Yay! This is great. Well then, we got ourselves a new character. There you are.
The others have gone ahead to the Crystal Tower of Beklug. For the record, I truly wish we hadn't had to resort to using such words when treating with them. I have ever sought to convince, not compel, yet I cannot deny that a part of me is glad Urianger shared his knowledge of the Numo with us. Had he not, Beklug wouldn't be here. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guests waiting would only add insult to injury. I agree. You may now enter the Grand Customs with a party of NPC avatars to make this trust. Located in duty in the main menu. Alright, Alfino, a welcome guest. We mustn't dally here any longer, Gulen. If Beklug is to hear the truth of our travails in the first, you of all people should be present. Alright then. However, once again, actually, like I said, we do have this. I'll have that. Equip that here. That raised my level, right? 421. It's not enough. Not yet. Right? Not enough for the Great Cosmos. Not enough for these. Okay, so not yet, but soon. In the meantime, I can keep going with Warrior. Only Descent then. Yeah, only Descent. I think it would be most wise not to go into the Crystarium at the moment. More than anything else, just because if I start the cutscene and the people are gathered for this, I am not going to be able to finish the cutscene, and I do have to like switch back. So I guess for the sake of it, I'll have to proceed as Warrior, basically. In hopes that this yields and comes again. If we get interrupted, I will indeed just do this. Like, go over, do the thing, get the next one, then come back, watch the cutscene, and then apply to go into the next one. Because my plan for today is to finish, at the very least, the first stage of the normal raids. Are you fully apprised of the situation now? There you go. See?
Right.
Oh my god.
You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing?
I'm so sorry. It did not let me. It said I could not do it while occupied. I will rewatch that. Surely. I will truly rewatch that. Gosh darn. That kind of sucks, honestly. Eden's Gate Descent. At any rate, we're here, so might as well. Antithesis Manifest, Voidwalker. Hi. That is such a bizarre... Hiya. Nyx. Doomvoid Slicer. Hello? Again, Nyx.
I see clocks. I hear clocks. I don't know what else. Oh, I see the clock. Okay, I see what the mechanic is. Holy crap. Music's amazing though. That's fine. My fault. It's my fault. I thought I'd understood. I hadn't. More health and heal. Ah, yikes. Close I was. Entropy. Okay then. I'm concentrating a little bit too hard again. I'm sorry. Shite. Why did that not do me in? Matters not. Everyone, shake it off. Got him. Whew. Such a weird thing. But complete. Thanks, y'all. Well, it's only you. And I want nothing to do with it. So you may have that. Goodbye. Alright. We're warped back to this side now.
Coolan, thank goodness you're unharmed.
We came as soon as we took care of our unwanted guests. They were a stubborn bunch and quite unlike anything I've seen in the first. Oh? No, I won't let you. Damn delight. Damn you all.
Who are you? What do you want? Why am I here? What is happening?
I mean, I don't know. You were fused to that other thing. I think it was a Sin Eater.
She's alive, but there's something strange about her ether.
She didn't seem too pleased with Reen taking control of Eden, which may be what caused her to appear out of the blue. Beyond that, it's anyone's guess.
'Tis plain she is not a Sin Eater, not even in part as Vothri was. Yet this knowledge does little to assuage my fears, for she is nonetheless possessed of a power most terrible.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if she's feeling cooperative, she might be able to tell us more about Eden. I'll keep an eye on her until she wakes up. There's no telling what will happen when she does, but I'll make it clear that we mean her no harm. Well, no further harm, at the very least.
Right. The harm's been done, like they say.
Obviously, it's not a good idea to bring her inside Eden.
It's likely that reaching the core was her aim from the outset, so I'll take her to the camp.
Alright then. Now that things have settled down, I should get back inside and try strengthening my link to Eden.
Right. You do that, Reen. Interesting and confusing.
I have yet to discover the means by which the exterior was breached, though it would appear that the fiends that Thancred and I slew were of similar nature to those led by thine own adversary. Voidsent, in other words. Although I had my hands full trying to control Eden, I caught a glimpse of your battle. That power, I've never seen anything like it. What thou witnessed was the tearing of the very fabric of reality, the creation of a rift through which Voidsent may enter. But pray tell, Rin, didst thou make any other observations? I couldn't sense any light at all in that girl or her servants, and I can't really explain how, but she reminded me of Emmet Selk. Though I think it unlikely that she is an Asian, she may yet be thrall to Zodiark. Maybe we'll be able to find out more once she's woken up. In the meantime, I'll try to improve my control over Ethan. It seems to be listening more than before, instead of screaming at me like it was in the beginning, and that's not all, I've made an exciting discovery.
Alright then. Heaven's Eye.
Mayhap Eden hath imparted unto Reens a matter of ancient knowledge,
nor any drop to drink.
What did you discover, Reen? I feel a lot more confident in my ability to control Eden now. Of course, this is only the beginning. And we shall accompany thee wheresoever this path may lead. But pray tell, what manner of discovery hast thou made? I understand how Eden's power works. And therefore the true nature of the flood of light? Yes, it affected the balance of all the ether in the empty, shifting it so far towards the umbral that it stopped flowing altogether.
The power to tip the scales.
And to tip them back again. That's what Eden does. It controls the balance of ether over a wide area, forcing it from one alignment to the other. Left alone, it still poses a threat, but if I can harness its power, I think I could use it to breathe life back into the empty. The trouble is, I haven't the foggiest idea of where to start. And if I go about this the wrong way, I'll do more harm than good.
Thou needst not bear this burden alone, Reen, nor shalt thou.
'Tis no simple matter of awakening that which lies dormant.
All things in nature are inextricably linked. The elements maintain a fragile harmony, without which life cannot prosper.
So what shall we do?
A solution hath begun to take shape in my mind, though it will require further discussion. For the time being, let us return to the camp. 'Twould be remiss of us not to involve Thancred. Right.
Let's go see Thancred.
Hey, did you lose the armor?
I'm curious to know what connection that girl has to Eden. If only she's told us a bit more before she collapsed.
Still sleeping soundly, I'm afraid. If I'd known she'd take so long to come around, I'd have brought a good book or two to pass the time. Alright, Ranjay, spell it out to us. My friends, I believe I have struck upon a method by which we may see this world restored.
Oriange, before you go any further, allow me to make a potentially very long story slightly shorter. The plan is to control Eden and realign the ether of the empty, right?
In essence, yes. However, unleashing elemental energies haphazardly will not suffice. In addition, the empty is unfathomably vast. Were we only able to effect change over one small region at a time, it would take many lifetimes to complete even a fraction of our task. Instead, our energies would be better spent revitalizing each element in order, that we might set in motion a whole widespread transformation.
One at a time. I hate to say this, but I don't think Eden will be able to draw out a single element without affecting the others.
For that very reason, we shall select a location in which the ambient ether we wish to restore is at its most potent. Even in a dormant state, certain elements will be more prevalent and therefore more easily manipulated. Then, we rebalance the ether and return it to the land, whereupon it shall be borne on ethereal currents to the farthest reaches of the empty.
But what's to prevent that element from breaking free of Eden's hold and causing a disaster of some sort?
It must needs be contained. The question is, how? Gulen, indulge me for a moment, if thou wouldst. Pray imagine a corporeal manifestation of each of the individual elements. What dost thou see in thy mind's eye?
Muggles? No, surely not. Like, what I envision is crystals.
Mayhap thou art afeard to utter the fateful word, for to even speak the name primal is to invite misfortune. Though invited we must, as the ether is drawn forth and realigned by Eden, we shall perform a summoning as Master Louisoix once did on the fields of Carteneau. As one who hath laid low countless primals, thy memories will shape the ether into a deformed entity, which must subsequently be dispersed in the traditional fashion.
So defeat it! In other words, but is that even possible?
Yeah, it should be.
I break my fast and primals. It's either that or being turned to shreds. To be honest, I'm not sure again. I break my fast and primals.
Yep. Lest thou forget, 'twill be no more than an approximation of a foe thou hast previously bested. I have every confidence in thine abilities, Gulen.
Thank you, Aranje. As do I, though it might help to have some idea of what you will be up against. Have you decided which element to tackle first?
I propose water, the source of all life. As for the location, an area to the west of Northrend was once home to the world's deepest ocean. Alas, the flood of light reduced it to a yawning chasm.
Water! Yes, that seems like a good choice. I'll see if Eden can take us where we need to go.
And I shall prepare for the summoning. Thancred, wilt thou keep watch over our enigmatic antagonist? She may have vital information to impart. In the event that she becometh agitated, thou mayest have need to restrain her.
Someone's got to do it, I suppose. I'll be praying for your success while I wait here twiddling my thumbs. Yeah, sorry, Thancred. Sorry, Thancred. Still, I must say I don't envy you being caught up in yet another one of Iranje's madcap schemes. Though, come to think of it, if the creature you must fight is born from your own memories and imagination, why don't you try thinking of something a bit tamer than the primals you fought in the past? Perhaps that's not how it works. Anyway, best of luck. Don't muddle my stuff, please. My thought process. Proceed to Eden's Score, gladly. Leviathan is the ideal candidate to embody the element of water. Be warned that the circumstances of said summoning differ greatly from that of the primal encountered in the source, and the results are difficult to predict. Alright then. Eden seems to be responding well to my instructions, so we should reach our destination in no time at all. My back hurts, dude. Alright, this is the place. I'll see if I can draw out the water aspect at either. Oh, it finally cracked. The rest is up to you, Gulen. Memories of Leviathan come flooding back. Eden's Gate Inundation now accessible. This is very interesting because it's mostly just fights. Alright. However, what I'm gonna do here, or rather what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna try to rewatch that thing. Probably the Crystarium is gonna be our best bet here. The pendants. And then I go to my room. Thanks. Comfy feather bed. Dream fitting, trial and stone gear, logout. Nope, that's fine. Armor. Store an item. Olikurumi. Matoya's hat. I got this because I bought the Encyclopedia Eorzea 2 book. I will store this here. Menfina's earring shall stay with me, and the Olikumi, I don't know if I should do that. So I'll keep it. Glamour dresser. The Orchestrion. Just to check on the stuff. Summoning bell. How are you doing? Did you finish? In progress. Bureau adventure reports. There you go. Got Alagan bronze pieces and Savage Materia 1. Okay. Confirmed. Thank you very much. And I will assign adventure then. For field exploration, they are level 20 at the moment. So none bag 7. Assign. There you go. Yep, thank you, Feul. And for you, the adventure report, Spake, Alagan, and Duskobies. Alright, gotcha. Attain level 13, so assign adventure, fishing. Level 13, maiden carps. Okay, how's about waterside exploration at level 10, requirement 21. Assign, we do have it. Alright, there we go. That's it, thanks. Thanks. There is supposed to be another thing, though. The unending journey, here we go. The ultimate weapon, this is the 7th Umbral era main scenario quest. We're doing Post-Shadowbringers main scenario quest. A Grand Adventure. Reflect quest progression. There you go. Cutscene 1. That's the only one. Play. Now we can freaking watch it properly. Oh wait.
That was my fiercest familiar.
So no, not this one. I have to finish the quest first then.
Ah, okay. Because this Shaken Resolve, I can do the 2 cutscenes. Okay, I'm gonna finish the quest first then, and then I'll come back and watch it, because it was very freaking unfortunate that I was not able to just do that. Very freaking unfortunate, honestly. It did upset me a little bit, because it said, like, oh, you can't do this if you're already occupied. I'm like, dude, what are you, like, It did make me a little bit mad, to be perfectly honest with you. After this, I think that's the only other main scenario quest that I'm gonna finish for today, so that I can, like, keep on doing the normal quests, normal raid quests right now. I think that's gonna be that. Fortunately for us, Beck-Luke is of a mind to see you and your fellow Scions justly compensated for your efforts. I sometimes forget we're not truly here in the first. It would be good to be whole again. Beck-Luke has a fine eye, though we may have yet to begin. I rather think the Exarch was right to call on them. Did you happen to notice the magic brooms strewn about the Grand Cosmos? Uncanny. Yes, it was. Alright, here we go.
You have spun quite a tale, but tell me, have you given any thought as to how you might return to your world?
This and that and other things such as those.
White Orosite, you say? An intriguing proposition, but one which fails to account for the present state of your souls. They have become highly charged, likely as a consequence of having maintained tangible forms for so long. In such an energetic, unstable state, there is no telling what may happen to their souls within the Orosite. They could very well become immutable to transference, never to be restored to their bodies. Then, would it be possible to force our souls into a state of dormancy prior to transference? In theory, yes, but the soul is not a candle to be snuffed out and relit on a whim. Well, that sounds ominous. What exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail? In order to maintain a corporeal form, your souls constantly draw ether from your surroundings. This process must be halted, and the resulting surfeit of ether removed. Your minds would ultimately be separated from these full bodies of yours, rendering you incapable of interacting with the world around you. A cruel fate under normal circumstances, but one which will be rectified upon your return home. Leaving lifeless husks, like those poor souls at the inn at Journey's Head corrupted by the Sin Eaters, their ether made stagnant by the light. Corrupted? Stagnant? Might I see these unfortunate individuals?
Why? Do you think you might be able to help them?
I might, or I might not, but I shan't know for sure until I have seen their condition firsthand.
Then I would be glad to take you to them, on the understanding that you won't do anything which might increase their suffering.
It was my faith in man I lost, not my compassion.
Well, I see no need for all of us to accompany you. While you escort our guests to the inn, I will assist Oriange in creating the requisite Arasite. I believe my talents would be better applied to that endeavor as well. Might I leave the 3 of you to assist Beck-Luke as necessary? Let us make for Amareng then. Alright then. I'm thinking I might actually not be able to finish everything I wanted to finish today. It pains me that there are those who yet suffer despite our victory over the light. We must hope a way can be found to help both them and our friends. Urianger is more than capable of creating the Orosite on his own, but if odds should go awry, I would be on hand to assist him. Always very nice of you, Stola. Alright, so Amarang to the inn at Journey's Head. Having broken Light's strange hold on the first, I would like to believe they will one day recover.
Yet I fear that they may not yet come soon. Begluk told me they wish to meet the worst afflicted, Halric. There are times when I swear there's something he wants to tell me, if only he could form the words. So this is Halric, is it? Yes, his etheric balance leads perilously toward the light. Toward stasis. What do you suppose will happen to him? Not too bright, are you, boy? The same as all poor souls corrupted by the light. He will become a sin-eater. You don't know that. We've defeated the wards and banished the light from the night sky. Halric was completely unresponsive before, but now... Then perhaps there is yet hope. If I may, there is a treatment I wish to administer to the patients. What sort of treatment? In the course of my studies of the soul, I once created a tonic which could temporarily stimulate the ether in one's body. After some refinement, it came to be used by the Knights of Vermont. Then, for far darker purposes, lest it fall into the wrong hands, I swore never again to make it. But for their sakes, I will break that oath. It is not like the reverse stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief. Alright then. Whoa. Soul tonic, here for you. Bada bing. Turn stares blankly at you, would seem the tonic had no effect. Ponel. Huh? What is this warmth I feel in my chest? It seems to have no effect, but in reality... Voine? I feel warm. On my legs, they don't feel as heavy. Alright. I'll still send it this away. The experience, I mean. Now then, have you noted any change in the patients? A notable rise in body temperature, and increased motor function, in most of the patients at least. The most severely afflicted show no response. As I feel it then, it is true that with the restoration of night, the corrupted influence of light will no longer grow, and yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium given time, but this holds true only for their corporeal ether. Their incorporeal ether, that of the soul, is not so easily mended. Which is why those in the later stages of corruption, like Halric, appear unaffected by your tonic. Precisely. The boy's soul is too far gone, his mind held together by the finest of threads. There is a chance he may yet one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades even. By the gods, he could wake to find himself an old man. A fine reward for his persistence. The opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. No, there must be something we can do. Look, I realize this is not why we petitioned your aid, but do you think it possible we can find a way to hasten the recovery? Maybe. Nor do I think it impossible that in treating them, we might learn something of relevance for your own predicament. Alright then. I will keep to the silver pieces. We are entering a different thing. Good for the Soul is the name of the next quest. For now, returning to Yulmore. Sorry. Whoa, sorry. And we said my lowest level item is
The boots. Yeah, at this point, it's the boots. Oh, I still don't have enough. I was so close too. That was so close too. Alright then. Back to the Crystarium. We'll watch the cutscene and I'll do one more from the normal raids, I think. Because it's almost 1 a.m. and I'm starting to get a little bit sleepy. So I think it would be just a better idea for me to go to sleep earlier than to just try to say I'm finished. Alright, manager, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I am going to go to my room again. Oh my god. Chair, please. There we go. Now, that should end it. Post-Shadowbringers makes any requests. A welcome guest. Alfino, blah blah blah. Speak with Big Luke, speak with the injury in his head, treat the patients. Should this be the one? I think so, yes. Yes it is. Okay, now we can watch it peacefully. So I was very frustrated by the fact that I couldn't like even start watching it. It was as soon as we entered and heard the first line of dialogue, this came in. So that made me pretty mad. There we go.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing?
Okay. I did something like this. I did something like this. Trying to be as high as possible while also trying to sound sick. But it's hard to pronounce like that, so now... I'm sorry. You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing...
You hail from another world as well?
But did you hail from another world as well?
More or less. I'm still missing a little bit.
Everything we told you, of the source, the shards, the 7 umbral calamities, all of it is true. I realize how fantastical it sounds, and I would not blame you for doubting our testimony. But given your expertise, you must surely have noted the peculiar nature of their songs.
Graha, yours as well.
Any other time and I would have dismissed your stories as balderdash and flummery. But upon closer inspection, 'tis plain their souls are far denser than is normal, and that they do not possess true bodies. Save you. Your body is your own.
Correct.
And your soul is the densest of them all.
Really now? What do you mean, densest? I mean, I am a little bit dense, but like...
As I said before, were it not for their heroism, the skies over Norvrant would still be awash with light, the realm yet at the mercy of 4-3 and the Sinators. After all they have done for our home, seeing them safely back to their own, it seems the very least we can do.
Right. So?
Your tale is intriguing. Yes, very intriguing indeed. Simply to hear it is fitting payment in itself.
Oh, thank you!
As for your friends, I can but agree. Their valorous deeds on behalf of Norvrant are deserving of recognition, of their own fitting payment.
You will help us then?
Please?
I will. I would see my knowledge put to good use for a change.
That's great.
I do have one condition, however. I am not the spry young Numo I once was. As such, I will require assistance in my fieldwork and testing.
Alright then. Seems fair.
It would be our pleasure. We'll be laboring for our own benefit after all.
Alright then. Thank goodness. Now, I do want to... No, not quest 2. This. Reflect quest progression. What does this mean? Oh, okay. So if I had not done something different at that point, then... Oh, gotcha. Okay, okay. So, yeah. Those are the ones that have changing dialogue then. That's interesting to see. Alrighty. Okay, we've done that. We've seen that. Goodbye descent, hello inundation. Exit the room. Did I finish all of the other ones? Journal. Yes, I did. I finished all of the other ones. You know, there's main scenario quests for all of this. Then there's Dawn Trail main scenario quests. Because there's Endwalker here. It used to be that this was Endwalker, but now it's Dawn Trail. Chronicles of a New Era Primals. Bahamut. This is the first time that we saw Alice, right? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, these are the quests that resulted in the Coils of Bahamut, if I do remember correctly. The Crystal Tower, Alexander, the Warring Triad, the Shadow of Mach, Omega, Return of to Ivalice, the Four Lords, and now Eden. Look at this. Spoilers here too. Yorha, Dark Apocalypse. Word about Kumra. Oh, I started it already then. Huh. Interesting then. Word about Kumra. A new rumor that the dwarves of Kumra in a right to see. Huh. Interesting. Chronicles of a New Era. I'm not going to pay attention to most of that. Chronicles of Light. Hildebrand side quests. Weapon enhancement side quests. Records of Unusual Endeavors. Toll Booty. Little Rascals. Short Arms of the Law. Precious Reclamation. 1001 Farewells. It Takes an Enclave. You see, a lot of these are side quests that I've done at some point or another. Heaven on High, Knocking on Heaven's Door, but I haven't really done anything at Heaven on High. At some point I will do it here too, like on stream. Side story quests. So, side stories. Scholasticate. Father Saturnois. Remembering the past. Preserving the future. Of errant epistes, a debt unpaid. Caroline Memories, Dream On. Spirits Most Foul, Dubious Dancing. These are deliberate Moogle quests. Alright then. Which other ones? Lominson side quests. Interesting too. Wow, there's so many. And you have some of them for each and every single one of the places. From Ilmeg as well as... well, we don't have Charlayan. Raktika though, we do have Raktika and the Tempest. So neither Charlajan, Venerian, or any of the other ones. Yep.
None. Oh, crap. Not there, right? Oh, no, yeah, it was there, just here. Amalja quests. These are the, quote-unquote, tribe quests. Disciple of War. So you have by each of them. And these are just descriptions, right? Yeah. Wait. Link quest in chat. Oh, yeah, no. That's not something that I want. Thanks. All of the quests that we've done. Still haven't done this one. But I'm about to. Rogue quests. Disciple of Magic. Then Disciple of the Hand. Disciple of the Land. The Crystalline Mean quest. We haven't really done many of those. And I don't think we have much more of that. But we have the role quests. Tank, Healer, Physical DPS, and Magical Range DPS. Also have the Grand Company quests, which I haven't really done that many. But we do have the seasonal events, which there is one of at the moment, I do believe. And special quests. So these are events. Breaking Brick Mountains, A Journey to Remember, A Complete Game Changer, The New King on the Block, The Newer King on the Block, The Man in Black, In the Dark of Night, Messenger of the Winds, A Land of Fire, Pain to Recall, The Path Infernal, and just crowning around. And finally, the Levcrafts, the Levs. Company Levs, Cooking Levs, Alchemy Levs, the works. Alright. It seems like I'm not gonna be able to get this done. Yeah. There was somewhere else that I could go. Right? Well... This being the case, I will try to do the seasonal event. And whatever's done first is that. That's Enter the Viper, so not that one. On the Hunt, level 73. Yeah, no. I will refrain from starting Viper and Pictomancer for just a little bit longer. So then not here, probably then in Limsa. For this one I can just return home. The countdown will go over for 5 minutes, but like I don't really use this much, if at all. Not on the upper half. Ooh, sorry. Not on the lower half, maybe on the upper part? By the aft castle? Sometimes it's over there, by the aft castle. Last year it was there at the aft castle, was it? No, it wasn't. Okay. Himitan. So Gridania. New Gridania, there we go. Haven't really seen much progress on that bar over there. Maybe they all went home. Lance of a Lifetime, the one that got away. Most probably it is on the other side, but like... Alright then. Ethernet. Usually it's by the amphitheater, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there it is. Egg Advocate. Hi, Jilly Yalyapo. In pursuit of excellence. Alright, let's do this. In the meantime, I hope to get what I need, but if not, then we still have done the seasonal event.
Hatching tide is upon us once more. I hope the season finds you in excellent fettle. For my part, Gulen, it is an absolute pleasure to see you again. Pleasure the same. While I have your attention, allow me to expound upon the nature of this year's festivities. Hatching Tide has its origins in the days before the Seventh Umbral Calamity, when 12 sages of an era past appeared before me in a startling vision. I have been visited by such dreams ever since, and this year was no exception. I saw a great mass of eggs, as vivid as those before you, now borne aloft unto the heavens. Making dreams manifest has never failed to lend wonder to Hatching Tide before, so needless to say I intend to bring my latest vision to life. Speaking of which, the eggs I commissioned ought to arrive any moment now. I know I can read. Oh, Jill, it's a disaster. Oh, Jilly, it's a disaster. The car toppled over en route. Thankfully, the driver was unscathed, but I can say the same for the eggs. Good heavens. I'm glad to hear the poor driver wasn't harmed, but without the eggs, how are we to breathe life into my dream? Making it sound a little bit selfish. Don't worry, I'll simply fashion some more eggs myself. Though to create the quantity required will take time, and we're already facing at least a minor delay at this point. Alas, the other dreamers are busy enough as it is, and I must see the schedule alterations myself. Hello, I'm right here. But wait, Gulen, perhaps you'd be willing to lend a hand. That I would. Gulen, how wonderful to see you again. Knowing what an exemplary existent you are gives me cause for hope. If you're happy to help, that is. Yes, we are happy to help. Thank you! The first order of business will be to procure more of the necessary egg supplies from the merchant. Our supplier should be in the market. He's a burly fellow, so he won't be difficult to spot. We can only hope he has enough stock. Alright then. Seasonal event, quest accepted. Oh my goodness, oh my lord. Heyo! How's it going? Your royal nightmare? Why nightmare? Why not just dreams? Hiya, how's it going? Welcome in. Hey, burly merchant. Hope everything's going night this fine. Night this fine day. Going well this fine night. Ah, yeah, that dreamer who was here before, ain't he? Ah, right old mess to be sure. Afraid I'm all out of the supplies you need, though. Oh, is there really nothing you can do to help us? It's 9 a.m. Yo! It is 1 a.m. for me. Well, do I have some tidy old odds and ends, surplus wares that might be your use? If you want them, they're all yours. So, good morning to you. Might not be exactly what you need, but I'm sure you can cobble something together with these. The storage fees were eating into me prof. I mean, I'd rather see them put to good use. Haha, I'm a good person, lot. Goodbye. When I ordered the initial batch of supplies, I remember thinking what a kind fellow he was. He simply proved me right. And he wrote he'd better take stock of what he's given us. If the person says how good of a person they are, then they're not that great of a person. Let's see. This leather looks durable. We have some metal springs and rings that could do for a merchant mechanism of some sort, and these lengths of timber could be cut down to a more portable size. But it's still not eggs. I think these herbs and resins are used to concoct water-repellent chemical solutions. Never tried it myself, but there's a first time for everything. Besides that, there are plenty of bits and bobs. We should have no trouble when it comes to decoration. Unfortunately, we won't be able to recreate the eggs Jihili saw in her dream with these. We could make something far easier to get off the ground though. Parasols. The trick will be making them look eggy enough. Any shell makes the egg, as they say. Do they say that in a row? We should paint them. Yeah. Do they say that? I don't know. Anyways, You're right. With some festive patterns on the outer canopy and a convincing eggy structure, the parasols might just make a worthy replacement. I know how to read, I promise. Parasols are a sight more fiddly than your standard egg, though. With just the two of us, production will take far too long. So we'll need to enlist further help, just as I did with you. Fortunately, the guild artisans should be less likely to balk at a request for parasol parts than a rush order for myriad eggs, particularly if we supply the materials. Let us first pay a visit into the Leatherworks Guild. I'm sure they'll be able to transform our leather into something fit for a canopy. Alright then, let's do it! There we go. My goodness. I'm thinking, yes, indeed, I will just finish. Woo. I will just finish today's, like, the seasonal event, and I'm just gonna, like, leave. There we go. Hello, Geva. You must be the adventurer assistant Nonota spoke of. She was just informing me of your plight. Many of our apprentices are looking forward to the Hatching Tide celebrations. We shall have the guild's aid, although I'm afraid we lack some of the resources needed to work your leather into parasol panoplies. The material is water resistant to a degree, but nevertheless porous. Untreated, it will degrade over time and begin to rot, but our stock of coating is perilously low at the moment. If it's a water repellent you're after, say no more. We just so happen to have the necessary ingredients, so I can see to its preparation. In the meantime, would you take this timber over to the Carpenter's Guild? Alright then. Carpenter's Guild it is. Bye, Chief. The other one is right over here. Pictomancy. You see, it's quite easy. We could already have all the classes in the game unlocked. Just unlocked, not maxed out. Oh gosh, no. Hello, Yellow. Hey, Beaton. How's it going, Master? Why do you stand there like a frightened schoolchild? If you need something, speak. I do need something, please, and thank you. Parasol frames, a task not beyond your own skill, no doubt. Would the imminence of the holiday not force you to compromise their quality? You have done well to seek aid, Golan, and you shall have it. The younglings in the Acorn Orchard await the festivities. For their sake, no effort will be spared in the parasol's preparation. We shall commence work right away. Let your associates know that the Carpenter's Guild has the matter in hand. Alright then. Right over here. Hi, Nonota. I trust everything going well with the Carpenter's Guild. I've just placed an order for the alchemical solution and a few other things besides. I'm starting to get sweaty. The next step will be to piece all the parts together into a prototype parasol. Alright then. Amphitheater then. That's the end of this first one, right? Some of these usually have 2 quests. How fare the eggs? There are no eggs, unfortunately. Sorry. What a wonderful idea! I can hardly wait to see what Nonota cooks up for the prototype. Though wait, we must. Alright. And at the end of this, we get an Arcan Egg Parasol. Would be along any moment now. Sorry to keep you both waiting. Allow me to present you with the very first Arcan Egg Parasol. Let's see it. Ugh. Excuse me for a second. I'm gonna, like... Can I? I will. There we go. Sorry. Excuse me for 1 second. Oh my god, I needed to... stand up and move a little. Jesus. My legs hurt so bad. What a fine example of ingenuity. It's magnificent. Right. I'm so glad you approve. With your blessing, I'll begin producing more to distribute. Ah, gosh. I'm also using the chance to, like, get more comfortable. In the meantime, we find ourselves at a loose end. But we cannot let Nonota outstrip us in hatching tight spirit. There must be more we can do. Let's show off your parasol to the townsfolk. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get them hyped up with that, right? But of course, we ought to promote our newest addition to the festivities. If we tell even a few Gridanians that these gorgeous accoutrements will be available to those who celebrate with us, word will spread on its own accord. With that in mind, I shall keep mine unfurled and on display. You use your adventurous instincts to identify those most in need of egg-themed accessories. Right. Gosh. It's as though as if I never left the camera, but at the same time, like, oh my god, do I feel way better now. The market is always busy. Let us look for potential celebrants there. You can leave Jill behind. Okay. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Alright then. Oh, you move quite quickly next to me. That's good. This is awesome. This is great. I love that I'm jogging too. Oh, it's all of them here? Oh, okay. There's an optional conversation here too. We dreamers are responsible for all the decorations you see throughout the city. Take that basket over there, for instance. I came up with the idea and Nonota worked her magic to create the final product. Aw, it's cute. Wait, is there anything else to discuss in these places? No, that's it. Regular speak. Hey, egg appreciator. I say, madam, you must tell me where I might acquire resplendent and parasol like unto your own. What? At our Hatching Tide event, of course. How about it? Will you join us at the amphitheater? I'd be delighted. As a true connoisseur of eggs, both decorative and edible, I attend annually in hopes of glimpsing ovoid perfection, and this parasol surpasses my every imagining. Such elegance, such egginess. Right. How about you, egg appraiser? Why, that parasol is an absolute delight. It's not often you see that level of craftsmanship paired with such decorative flair. This might be the finest egg-inspired apparel I've ever seen. Might I ask who was responsible for this masterpiece? The Leatherworkers Guild, the Carpenters Guild, Black Rabbit Traders, and our dreamers all had their parts to play. But if you join us in celebrating Hatching Tide, you can receive one just like it. Ah, I should have known that the Guild's artisans were involved. If it means getting my hands on a parasol, I'd be more than happy to take part in the festivities. That's great. Okay, listen. Hi. Heavens above, is that adorable parasol fashioned after an Arcan egg? Exquisite, isn't it? If you join us at the exquisite, isn't it? If you join us at the amphitheater, you will receive one just like it. For years, I have searched for a parasol as darling as an egg, getting sunburned and soaked by turns, and you offer me one free of charge. 'Tis a Hatching Tide miracle. I expect those three will tell and sundry about our parasols. All and sundry about our parasols. Our work here is done. Right. Sorry, again. Oh, there's a different conversation now. Or wait, was this the regular thing to do? Sorry. I think it was. Where to go? Well, that went rather swimmingly. You clearly have an eye for egg connoisseurs. I shall go and see how many attendees are gathered at the amphitheater. Feel free to join us when you have a moment. Right. Thank you. See you in a little bit, Jilly. Ba-ba-da. Da-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. Alrighty then. Look, Gulen, isn't the sight of those parasols simply marvelous? Yeah, they're pretty. Not gonna lie, they're pretty. X held the law of justice in my dream. Hooray! We did it, Jilly! We certainly did. Shall we officially declare this hatching tide a success?
Hold that thought, you have yet to use the half of it.
Hello? Why? My center, I'm not quite sure I follow. Quite a few of my customers asked about your parasols, more than comfortably gather here, in fact. Nevertheless, I took the liberty of handing out stock to those who came inquiring. With how many left my stall with a smile on their face and a parasol in hand, the whole city awash is floating in eggs. That's incredible! To think the parasols are bringing joy even beyond our celebration. Right. Wait, Jilly, they're one and the same, aren't they? The celebration has spread across the city, borne by a great mass of floating eggs. You're right! I was intent on gathering people here, but the eggs in my dream were far too numerous to contain in one place. They were always meant to be seen far and wide. That our original plans met with misfortune was a blessing in disguise, for we've touched the hearts of many people more people than I dared to imagine. There's no doubt in my mind this will go down as hatching tide to remember. Black Rabbit traders shall continue distributing parasols to those who ask. They may be free of charge, but they are drawing business in spades. Nonata told me how to assemble them, so I prepare as many as necessary. Can you leave us with the knowledge? Truly, where would we be without your ingenuity, Nonata? I could have done it without our able adventurer. Ah, and that reminds me, I have something for you, Gulen. Pokemon card? That's the very second parasol I ever made. After Jilly's, of course. I thought it fitting that you receive it. Oh, okay, thank you. With eggs aloft across the city, all that's left is to enjoy the festivities. Your work may have finished, Gulen, while hatching tide most certainly hasn't. Right. Complete. And yeah, there's absolutely no progress. I think people have gone off to sleep. So I'm withdrawing now. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it. But that is going to be everything for today. Next time, in Final Fantasy XIV Online, of course. There we go. We're going to be finishing off the first of the 3 sections for Eden. Eden's Gate. And hopefully moving across the second one as well. But we're also going to be looking out for more main scenario quests and more Alliance raid quests, which more than 0 cannot be 0, so it still counts the way that I said it. But yeah, alright, thank you so much for watching, for sticking around, and I will see you next time for more Final Fantasy XIV Online. Later guys, bye bye!